Students, we have completed chapter 4. Now we are going to revise the chapter so that you can prepare this chapter for class test. So, first of all, what is force? Pull or push acting on the object which changes or tends to change the speed of the object or direction of motion of the object, or we can say the shape and the size of the object. These all are the changes that happens when the force is applied on the object. For example, we have taken some examples from our daily life. A drawer can be pulled out and pushed in by applying the force. With the application of force, we can squeeze the lemon. The shape of the lemon, it can be changed. The motion of the ball thrown in air can be stopped by the hands, because our hands, they apply force on the ball so that it comes to the rest. The size of the spring changes. When we apply force on the spring, the size of the spring, it gets changed. Now there are two types of forces. One is balanced force and other is unbalanced force. You have studied that when two forces of equal magnitude applied on an object from opposite sides, then the force is said to be balanced force. For example, I have taken a box here and a force of 5 Newton, it is applied. Suppose this is F1 force from the left side and F2 force of 5 Newton, it is applied from the right side on the object. What happen when this forces of same magnitude, they are applied on the object? Then the object will not change its position, and the net resultant force on the object, that is equal to 0. How we can find out the net resultant force? That F1 plus F2 is equals to 0. F1, it is applied in the forward direction, then we will take it as 5 Newton, and F2, it is opposite to that of F1, then this is minus 5 Newton, that is equals to 0. So we can say that the net resultant force which is acting on an object, if it is balanced force, that is equal to 0. Now we can talk about the unbalanced force. Unbalanced force, here the two forces, they are of equal magnitude. It means here the two forces, they are of unequal magnitude, and they are acting on the object on the opposite side, and the object will displace or move in the direction in which the greater force is applied on the object, and the net resultant force, that is not equal to 0, because if we substitute the value in this formula, then we will get a 5 Newton of force, that is acting on the object, and object will move in the forward direction. In this way, you can differentiate between the balanced and unbalanced force. Now Newton's first law of motion. Newton gave the first law for motion, that any object or an object will continue in its state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line until some external force acts on it to change its state. This is the statement given by the Newton. It means if any object, it is at rest, then it wants to be remain in the state of rest until any external force is applied on the object. If it is in motion, because two states we are mentioning here, it is a state of rest and state of uniform motion. It wants to be in motion until any external force is applied on the object. Newton's first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. If it is asked in your question that state law of inertia, then you can state Newton's first law of motion. So now what is inertia? The tendency of an object to oppose any change in its state of rest or uniform motion. These two things, they are also included in the Newton's first law of motion. That's why we call this as law of inertia. Now types of inertia. We have studied 3 types of inertia, that is inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. Before this, what is the relation of inertia of an object with its mass of an object? So students, inertia is directly proportional to the mass of the object. Greater is the mass of the object, greater will be the inertia. Smaller is the mass of the object, smaller will be the inertia. you have studied many example exercise question that compare which one have greater inertia, a coin of 5 rupees and a coin of 1 rupee. Which one have the greater mass? Rupees 5 coin have greater mass, then it have greater inertia. So we can compare the two objects and we can find out which have greater or smaller inertia. Okay, now the application of inertia of rest. When a bus suddenly start moving forward, the passengers in the bus, they falls in the backward direction, because bus as well as the passengers, they are in the state of rest and they want to be in the state of rest. Suddenly the bus, it start moving, then the passengers, they fall in the backward direction due to inertia of rest. Second application, a carpet is beaten with a stick to remove the dust particle, because the dust particles, they are in the state of rest, and the fibers, when we beat the carpet with the stick, then the fibers, they come into motion, and the dust particle trapped inside the fibers, they are in the state of rest. That's why when we beat the carpet with a stick, the dust particles, they come out. Next, when a tree is vigorously shaken, some of the leaves fall from the tree. When we shake the tree, then the branches of the tree, they comes into motion, but the leaves attached with the branch, they are in the state of rest, and they want to be in the state of rest due to inertia of rest, so they fall down. Rest application of inertia of motion and inertia of direction, we will revise in the next lecture. Thank you.